All right, this one is about Suge Knight's accusation that Akon had sex with an underage female. All right, that's what this is about. So sit back. I'm gonna weigh in on it. This is what my people been telling me to talk about. I'm gonna get into that after the intro. I don't want to do too much right now. All right. All right, unique Mecca audio, man. I'm here. We're going to talk about Suge Knight's accusation against Akon. Now, first of all, I love Akon. You know what I mean? I love Akon. They sell these little MP3 players in the prison and they charge us $1.20 to download a song. Y'all picture this so y'all understand what's going on, in the prison, how they making money off us warehousing this, being that we're going to talk about Africa and all that. You're going to see why Africa tie in, because I like to ride, so just sit back and let me do what I do, all right? Because remember, you're dealing with a unique gangster mentality. Now, Suge Knight. Suge Knight's accusation against Akon. Let's look at what's going on here so y'all understand. I want y'all to understand how this social media and how the world is working. When I was on the street, it didn't matter how much money you had or how much power you had. It was about morals and principles. That's why they love me in all the hoods I've ever been in, from the East Coast, from New York, all the way down to Miami. You understand? And I've been as far up as like Boston and Buffalo. So from Buffalo to Miami. Check it out. Let me break this down to you. It don't matter how much money you have. We're all human. You know what I mean? And we all have flaws and we all make mistakes. Now, let me say openly for the record, for the rat bastards and trolls and flip-flop wearing in public clowns, let me say this for the record, I'm not saying that I agree with Suge Knight. All right, let's get that straight. Under no circumstances do I agree with any accusation a man make unless he has receipts, proof. In today's day and time, they got what they call a phone, and everything is monitored from your movement and, to your, you can make instant video, whatever. So if there's no proof of that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to take no man's word for it unless he can show me proof, So this is where we at. Let me say this. Suge Knight said that Akon and his producer Detail, did some things with some underage girls, I don't agree with that because I'm a part of, this society here in America. And you're wondering why I said this society here in America. Because in many third world countries, like this is from Wise Voter. I even went online and looked it up in Google. So y'all could Google it. Google, what is the age of consensual sex in Africa? Or any country you want. Wise Voter says the age of consensual sex in Africa varies from 11 to 18. Okay? That's the age of consensual sex in Africa. Akon is from Africa. Not insinuating anything. I'm just reporting, being a journalist, bringing you the facts so that y'all could understand that don't let the powers that be that have money and a voice to attack a man that's sitting in prison serving 28 years. Now, I say that because many people are saying many things about Suge Knight that they know they wouldn't even think about. They'll smack themselves in their sleep before they even, thought about or dreamt about doing anything to Suge. But now that he's gone, everybody's a gangster. Gunshots to the new internet gangsters, So that's what it is. So that's why I'm doing my channel. And I only do shows, you know what I mean? Other than prison stories and hood stories that my subscribers call me on the phone or they put in the comments, like y'all could put in the comment or they could text me, call me or whatever. I do what they ask. So they ask me to weigh in on that. So I'm going to weigh in on that. Now, Akon is from Africa. In Africa, on the wise voter, it says from the age 11 to 18. You understand? But Akon is living in this society. So in this society, the consensual age for sex is 18. You understand? Y'all pay attention now, because I'm giving y'all both sides, you know? So I'm not saying it's true, not saying I agree with him. I'm just letting you know so you understand. I came from Jamaica. In Jamaica, you know, they have their own consensual sex age, in Mexico, in Colombia. And you ask your people from third world countries so you understand where we at. Everybody's yelling, oh, Suge Knight lying. Why would he say accusation like that? You know what I mean? And he might be lying. You know, but let me explain to you why he said that from my point of view. From a gangster's point of view, on a gangster channel, analyzing another gangster. And I say Suge Knight is a gangster because this man chose to sit in jail for 28 years rather than tell who put a couple of bullets in his head and killed his best friend, because he don't believe in criminal justice. He believe in street justice. And that's why, you know, this dude, and like I said, listen. The shows I do is only about who, you know, my subscribers and the viewers. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. My content is about what they ask for. They tell me what prison stories they want, you know, what car stories they want in prison, what state, you know, stories they want about prison, or if they want a but I love a dog story. And I got a whole bunch of love a dog stories I'm getting ready to break down. But I like to give you different content because, you know, I like to ride. You know, so it's like I said, like we riding down to DC or Baltimore, and we play a little Akon, love Akon, might play a little Jadakiss, might play a little Puff Daddy, P Diddy. I'm gonna speak on that too. I'm gonna do a whole video on it, but I'm gonna touch on P Diddy in here too. So now check it out. So you got Akon, right? Akon, is getting ready to build a city. And the first thing our people do to show you how vicious our people is, the first thing our people do is say it's a scam. A black man, a young black man that looks like them, makes all this money and says, I want to give back to my people, so I'm going to build a city. So, we could have our city with our own set of rules and laws. You know what I mean? And the first thing we do is say it's a scam. So you put it out there so who want to invest don't want to invest. You see how, they just tear each other down. You don't know if it's a scam or not. I don't think it's a scam. I think it might be legit. I think it is legit. Akon have too much money to go public and say, hey, let me do this fake city and, rob the people. You know what I mean? Forget all the millions that I made. Remember, Akon put on one of the best pop stars, of a generation, Lady Gaga. He getting Lady Gaga money, my dude. So why would he need to do a scam? You follow me? Now, let me ride back to Brother Suge Knight. Suge Knight is in prison. Suge Knight is a wolf. He's a goon, but he's a Robin Hood type of wolf and goon. When I say Robin Hood type goon, I'm sure my wise people understand, but I'm going to break it down to those that don't think deep within the box, down to the root and the foundation. I say that he's a Robin Hood type of wolf and goon because he takes from the rich that robs the poor, from the poor paying taxes, and give back to the poor. He went in and got so many of our people's money that wasn't given to us. Like he said, so many of us didn't even know what a master's was. He makes sure people get their money. You understand? And he dealt with it on the street justice. And that's why he'll rather serve 28 years in prison than be a rat bastard, because he considers himself a criminal, an outlaw now. And criminals and outlaws don't work with the government and don't ask the government to solve problems. Y'all pay attention. I give real jewels here at Unique Mecca Audio. Follow me on Instagram at Unique Mecca Audio, and my Cash App is on the screen. Hit the logo, make sure it says it was created 2020, and there's no one in my last name Hall. Now, I say that because, he's helped so many people, of our people, get their just dues in the industry that the industry had to get rid of them. The industry didn't like them because before Suge Knight, they could give you, crumbs on a dollar. Not even pennies on a dollar, crumbs on a dollar. But Suge Knight straightened that out. You understand? Now, I say that to say, follow me now, because I know a lot of you new people say, oh, he rambling. But if you feel I'm rambling, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to check out. All right, and take that with you. All right. Now, I say that because Suge Knight, is a goon. Suge Knight has pride and ego. This is my assessment. I don't know him personally, so you rat bastards that want to put in the comments, you don't even know Suge Knight. I don't, but I know the mentality. You understand? I know the mentality because I've been around the world, and back, like Mace say. Now, check. Suge Knight felt disrespected when Akon went on whichever talk show it was and said that, oh, me and Suge Knight had a couple of run-ins, and we used to go at it all the time. Suge Knight and little Akon, as real, I ain't gonna say threatening, as real as Suge Knight was. Let's pay attention and analyze this. So I want you to understand where Suge Knight coming from. I really want you to understand where he coming from, because y'all don't understand because you haven't been there, haven't done that. So I'm letting you know. Here go a man that prides himself on his legacy. And his legacy is being a goon and a gorilla, but a Robin Hood for the sheep. You know what I mean? That's being taken advantage by the industry masters. So Akon said, we go back and forth, this and that. Picture him going back and forth. If he got in front of Akon right now, all that energy would change. And like I said, I love Akon, and I don't judge nobody. So when I spoke on T.K. Kirkland, you know what I mean? Only one I don't like is, is the boy Reggie White, because he's a cop. You know what I mean? A crooked cop. Let's say that. For the rat bastards don't say I'm saying I don't like police. No, I can't stand a crooked cop. You know what I mean? I can't stand a crooked cop. That's why the cops that were shaking me down, I respect them, because they said, yo, we just got $1 million out your trunk. So that means, and you let us keep that, walk away, gave us the car and the title. So that means that, you get money and, we want in. You know what I mean? It's straight up. They told me straight up, we want in. You know what I mean? I said, nah, I don't need you in. What could you do for me? He said, man, I can let you know when anything is going on, when there's any boss, when where the TNT is working at any given day and time. You know what I mean? I could even show you the pictures of the TNT, and I could show you the pictures of the undercover officers. You know what I mean? And if you or one of your boys get locked up, you call me, and I go contact my peoples, and I get them out, and everything is for a fee. And they let me know it was a business transaction. So that was their resume applying for a job, for you rat bastards that don't understand that and would say, oh, he worked with the police. No, the police worked for me. Let's get that straight. The police worked for me in that capacity, the same way they work for you rat bastards by you paying your taxes. So you pay your taxes off of every little item you buy in America, and I paid mine in a lump sum to the ones that kept me out here to make my money that I could stash under my rug. And then when they go to, try and kidnap and tie up and pistol whip and torture my mother to get the money, I know I can't go to the police for help. You understand what I'm saying? Never would I go to them for help. Let's get that straight. But they was on the payroll because they work for me. Y'all understand that? I'm giving y'all jewels you can't get nowhere else, man. This is a gangster channel, man. So you fake, get the hell off of my channel. You know what I mean? And you emotional ass niggas that want to make videos about people when they speak facts, you know what I mean? Go suck your mother. That's what we say in Jamaica. So you ask a Jamaican, well, go suck your mother mean. You know, I'm sure a lot of y'all could figure that out. But now, Suge Knight felt like this dude talking about I pushed up on him. He like, and Suge mind, he's like, man, that boy know if I stood in front of him right now, he'd take me right to the bank. Forget the ATM. And he's talking about I pushed on him a number of times and we went back and forth. And then dude asked him what was it about? And he stopped short. So Suge Knight felt like, nah, let me tell the people what it is so the wise brothers and sisters cut from my cloth would know what really happened. Because that's all we got is each other to talk to, because you rat bastards, you know what I mean? Y'all just look for things to discredit, you know, our legacy. So that's where Suge was at. Suge was like, nah, you know, that's why he said on the joint, you know what I mean, the collect call with Suge Knight, he said, man, he said, only reason I said something is because you brought it out. You brought it out, Akon. In other words, you should have never told nobody that I pushed up on you. Suge didn't even say if he got the money from Akon. You know what I mean? You know, just pay attention to where I'm going with this. He didn't even say that, but he just let it be known like, you stopped short saying why I was pushing up on you. You made it look to these people that's listening, these naive sheep that's listening, like if I was trying to extort you. Say something about, you know, getting taxed for taxation and all this fancy talk. And I love your music, Akon, you know. I don't like you stamping dude, but I'm not going to get into that. People know who I'm talking about, my real subscribers. But I love your music, you know what I mean? So I'm separating your music from your actions. But when you did that, Akon, you know, you opened the Pandora's box for this man to speak and tell his side of it. So you made it like if he was pushing up on you to extort you, because everybody got in the media and on, you know, social media, you know what I mean, and in the hoods that Suge Knight was, you know, extorting the people in their industry. So they're confused about Suge Knight. So that's why I'm breaking it down now that he was the Robin Hood. You understand what I'm saying? For the industry sheep that was being slaughtered and taken advantage of by the, you know, CEOs and record producer presidents and major labels. He made sure they got what they had coming. So he went and got the money and gave it back to them that was theirs. Like Robin Hood, they say he robbed from the rich to give to the poor. Well, the poor was robbing, well, the rich was robbing from the poor, which was the artist. You understand what I'm saying? And Suge just went and got that back. That's why Ray J messed with him like that. You know? And other people, I'm not going to get in it, but I like the way Ray J hold him down. And I'm holding Suge down now because he's cut from my cloth from what I see. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't know him, but I'm judging him by his actions and I'm feeling his spirit. That man in prison doing 28 years and refused to tell. They shot my beloved twin brother. I call him my twin. We was born like 7 months apart, 9 months apart. They murdered my brother, you know? And the police had the nerve to come ask me who did it and that they wanted me to help them solve my brother's murder. What do I look like? Do I look like a rat bastard to you? Listen, no disrespect, right? And y'all not gonna understand. Let me say this, because I'm about to get real. And y'all not gonna like this. You know what I mean? But this is how real it is. Because now I'm talking to the youngest that want to get out on the porch and gangbang and slide and do all this, and they so gangster. This is how black your heart have to be. You know? This is how black your heart have to be. So I'm telling you, don't get involved so you don't turn out like how I was turned out. But now I'm 59 years old, going on 60. So, you know what I mean? I have a different outlook on life. But when you're on the street, this is the outlook you must have. Let me say that. You understand? And to be honest, I'm keeping it 100. Even though I'm not with that life no more, you know what I mean? God forbid, if my mother was to get murdered right now and they shot me and I lived, and they asked me who shot my mother and that they wanted to prosecute them and wanted me to help them solve my own mother's murder. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all ain't gonna like this. And if you don't like it, that's because you're on the right path and I'm twisted. I am twisted mentally from running the streets and following the street code. And y'all say it's stupid, you don't understand it. You right, it's all of that. That's why I say don't go to it. If I saw my own mother, she's 88 upstairs, love her to death, pray nothing happened to her. But if I saw her get murdered, I wouldn't help the police. I'm just telling you like it is. And I'm telling you this for the youngins to understand how real this is. You can't straddle the fence. You can't say I don't deal with the police and then when something happens, you run to the police. No, either you deal with them or you don't. And I'm telling you to deal with them, get a job, do the right thing, pay your taxes and have the police work for you the same way I had them working for me. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. If you think I'm twisted, you're right. If you think I'm burnt out, you're right. If you think I'm crazy, I'm right. But I tell you one thing, I'm not wrong from a gangster's point of view. But a civilian's point of view, I'm stupider than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I mean? But this was embedded in me, and I already have my legacy. So I'm not going to go to my grave and leave behind my children to debate whether I was right or wrong for helping the murderer of my mother get convicted. Because it was my mother. No, under no circumstances you snitch. That's why you don't enter the street, because that's the straight line. I can't give it to you no more realer than that, man. My mother, 88, man, she upstairs. And like I said, they ran, not no police, you know what I mean? But dudes ran up in the house, you know what I mean? Tied her up. You know what I mean? Torture to try to find out where the stash was. You understand what I'm saying? Of cash, because it was only cash. Never put drugs around my mother, love her too much. But, you know, I had a house, you know, bag of money, moms in the house. They ran up in the house, and they even pistol whipped my mother. And when my mother got her bounds from her wrist free, she did not reach over and call 911. My mother reached over and called 212-252-1776 was my pager number. And she put 911 in my pager as a code for me to call emergency. But she refused to call 911. And when she called me, I'm all the way in New York. She in another state. When she called me, she said, baby, get down here. I said, Ma, what happened? You know, I'm in the middle of things. I just left. It was like a Tuesday, and I just left. I go down there and have Sunday dinner with my mother every Sunday. I love her to death. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all ain't even gonna like this. I'm a mama's boy. You know, and I know there's a lot of religious people watching this and all that, man, but let me say this so you understand. I love my mother so much, I kill the devil for my mother. I would kill Jesus Christ for my mother. And I know y'all ain't gonna like this. This is YouTube. I'm just keeping it 100. But I would never allow the police to assist my mother. Never allow the police to assist my mother. Not from, you know, from my wrongdoing. Whatever she do or whatever, that's that. But she know when it comes to anything, you know, connected to her sons, you contact your sons. Because we're in the street. And I'm telling y'all, don't go on the street so you don't have to be twisted like me. If y'all can't understand what I'm saying, I don't know what to tell you. But, you know, let me ride. Because that might be a little too deep for y'all. I think I got too real for y'all just now. Y'all ain't ready for this gangster shit. You know what I mean? That's why I say don't get involved. But let me say this, man. When Akon said that Suge tried to do this, tried to do that, Suge don't want that on his jacket that he, you know, that Akon got away from him, you know? So like I said, I'm not voicing or I'm not saying I believe it or I don't believe it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to say this. A man of Suge's character with as many stories as he has, and he haven't even began, you know what I mean, to share them yet. Why would he make up a story on anybody, much less of that magnitude and someone of that grandeur in the entertainment business? And everybody's running to Akon's rescue because he got the bag. The same way they mess with rat bastards because they got the bag. The bag controls people. The bag controls the police to get on my payroll. I sent the police's rotten, stinking kids to college to learn how to be police, to bust the other gangsters. Because my money sent them to school. That's why I hate a crooked cop. And that, or excuse me, I'm not going to say, excuse me for saying hate. That's why I dislike, I can't stand a crooked cop. Because there ain't no human being, you know, that I hate, because if you hate something, you know what I mean, you eliminate it. And I don't hate it that bad, so there's no need for the elimination. You know what I mean? Just like at my age, right? At my age, you know, it's old saying that, you know, Lou Sims and all that used to say in the compound, you know. We're not going to be rolling around on these white people grass talk about we fist fighting. If we got a beef, we're going to get our knife, and that means that somebody needs to die. If no one needs to die, we don't need to fight. Y'all figured it out. I'm not going to repeat that. You know what I mean? Y'all figured it out. You know what I mean? There's no need to roll around on the compound and talk about we wrestling and fist fighting. You know what I mean? If you're talking about fighting at my age, man, that means that that person needs to die because that's an enemy. So we don't have these, you know, oh, I'm going to beat him up, let's go in the ring, I'm going to do this. No. You know what I mean? Pick your weapon of choice and we deal with it. And that's why, like I said, I don't duck nothing. My phone number is on the screen if anybody got an issue with what I'm saying. And we could deal with this as men and either talk about it sensibly and respectfully and respect each other. Or, you know, we can meet in the alley. But 9 times out of 10, these rat bastards is going to have the police in the alley too. You know what I mean? With them. But anyway, Suge felt offended. That's why he, you know, went out there and said what he said. And like I said, I don't have a man of that caliber making up something of that magnitude against a man, you know, because that's what bitches do. And I don't look at Suge as a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that, you know, I believe it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I believe Suge or I believe Akon. That's irrelevant to me. I just want y'all to get the message and understand all the facts to what this man is saying, because someone has to defend him that's cut from that cloth. He's in prison and don't have the opportunity to talk like this to break down what he's saying. So I'm breaking it down for you because he's cut from my cloth, from what I see by him sitting in prison doing his 28 years and refusing to tell who shot him in his head and who killed his best friend Tupac. That all of y'all say you're gangsters and you're on the street want justice for. But we don't deal with criminal justice, my nigga, when you're on the street. So that's why I say don't go to the street, because I'm just giving you the raw facts of this. You know, just like I said yesterday about Whack 100. I don't have an issue with this young man, Whack 100. I got an issue with him putting it out there that Suge was low on money and he paid to bury his lovely mother. That's a disrespect from our cloth for you to even repeat that. You would have been better off rubbing that money on your chest, wiping your ass with that money, other than giving that money up under false pretenses of loyalty and love for this man and his mother, to then go on social media and say he was broke and I took care of his mother. That's like me coming up here saying, you know how many people I paid their rents for? I got people used to come up to me when I'm in the hood, they back 7, 8 months on their rent. Rent was only $500. You know what I mean? But they back 7, 8 months. And then they cut the light off. You know how many people I did that for? You know how many people came to me on Thanksgiving and said, yo, give us a couple of dollars so that, I want to buy the kids a turkey and da-da-da-da, and I want to get a Christmas tree. You know how many people I fed? And before I disrespect my character and come up here and say, yeah, I paid such and such rent. Yeah, was backed up 7 months. I did. I bought Thanksgiving dinner for Shorty and the family. I had people used to call me and, I want to have a birthday party for my son, but I don't have it. I want to have a birthday party for my daughter. Daughter 4, 5 years old and going to remember this birthday. 7 years old going to remember this birthday. And the parent don't have money to do it, but their intentions and their heart is pure to give their child the best. But they're working people and don't have it because they don't have a job, because the jobs wasn't out there like that. And I'm out there getting all this drug money. So I paid for a lot of parties, a lot of Thanksgivings, a lot of rents for homeboys and homegirls and strangers, because that's what we do. That was the Robin Hood in me. I took from the rich and gave to the poor. So you rat bastards say, no, but you sold crack and poisoned the community and took it from the people. No. They brought the drugs here, allowed me to sell the drugs, and had no problem with it as long as I paid taxes. And let me say for the record, there's probably a lot of new people here that don't even know who I am. I apologize for poisoning my community. I apologize for selling drugs to my people. And that's why I'm trying to give back now, so Allah could see what I'm doing now by explaining to y'all how I became twisted and keeping it 100, that even if my mama gets murdered in front of me, I'm not going to give a statement to the police about my own mother. If I can't get to her myself, or one of my comrades that choose to do it, or one of the people that I've looked out for, that I've just mentioned, choose to do it, if I cannot get the justice on the street, you understand? I refuse it in the courthouse. And that's how twisted my mentality is. And I'm telling y'all, don't be twisted like me. Stay in school, man. Put down those flags. Stop it. Because this thing is real. So when you get in that pen, you see how they already got these, accusations, whether they're true or not, I don't know, because I'm not picking sides. I just respect that Suge ain't telling who shot him in his head. That's what I respect. Now, I'm ready to tap out because I think this is too much for y'all, man. This is too much. But that's why I say stay away from that life, man. I don't want you like me. I don't want you nothing like me. I'm not proud of the things that I've done in the past, but I'm proud of the man that I became in the present and in the future. If y'all could understand that. This might be a little too real. But if I say send a cash app, y'all sit here and y'all so, tight pocket and, talk trash, but then you go on these European channels and you see people that watch their channel, they donating. And then when you even say, yeah, send me a cash, I don't care if it's $1, the game to be sold and told, then you got clowns and rat bastards and flip-flop wearing in public trolls. Then they say, oh, you being begged by Mike, he's begging. But you look on their channel and they have their cash app in big bold letters, but they scared to death to ask because they're rats and they're rather sneak and get it. If I want something, I'm going to ask, and if I don't get it, you know what I mean, I'm going to take it. That's how I was raised. If I ask and a person tell you no and I feel I want, I'm going to take it. This ain't got nothing to do with this cash app thing. I'm just giving y'all a statement in general. That this the type of man I am. I open my mouth when I want something and take it if I want it bad enough. When I was growing up, a little kid had a really nice bike, lived right next door to me. You know what I mean? I knew the kid was a coward, So I used to go out there and just ride his bike, And he'll run inside and complain to his, to his mother that, I took his bike. You know what I mean? And mother come out there cussing me out about me taking a bike. So my mother come outside here to argue, and this is why I love her so much. She come out there, she had to argue. She said, what happened? She said, the little boy mother said, oh, but he took my son's bike. He said, well, where did he take it from? She said, no, he was riding it. You know what I mean? So my mother said he was riding it. My son took the bike from him when your son was on a bike. He said, well, you need to whoop your son's ass for not fighting. You know what I mean? To stop him from taking it. What you gonna do when your son go out in the world and somebody's gonna take something from him? What are you gonna do when he go to a job and they're not paying him right? You know what I mean? And he know he deserve more. You understand what I'm saying? He's not gonna fight to get what he got coming. So if he's not gonna fight my son from taking a bike from him, then I'm not going to sit here and tell my son don't take it from him because my son is being raised to get and take what he wants in this world legally. And that's how mama raised me. And y'all might not like that, but this is an era when our people had nothing. Let's get that straight. Our people had nothing. We didn't have the opportunities we have now. That's why I'm telling y'all, you don't have to do what I do, follow my footsteps, do none of that. You don't have to follow, you know what I mean, in the gangbangers' footsteps because you have opportunity. Make sure you cop the book of Rowan Harlem, man. And you see how twisted my world was. That I'm telling you, you know what I mean? I'm not proud of, but I'm proud of the man that I became. And another thing that y'all might not like, I'm going to keep it so 100. Remember, you cop the book at rowanharlem.com, the same name as the book.com in Google or Safari. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that, y'all might not like. I know I said a lot of things, y'all don't like. But if y'all don't like it, that means that y'all on the right track because I'm all the way off track. You know what I mean? I'm all the way off track because, if I ask my brothers and sisters, if you saw mommy get killed or hit by a car, God forbid, you know what I mean? Would you call the police and go testify against the driver of the car, the person that shot her? And they'll say, hell yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, well, you got to do that by yourself. You know what I mean? And that's why I respect, Orlando Anderson. The rat bastards and trolls, they on, I got to hit it. The rat bastards and trolls, you know what I mean? They on here saying, oh, he only went to testify for Suge at his probation hearing because he gave him $60,000. No, Suge was a man. Suge knew he would have did it for nothing, but he gave him the 60, but he called him in to talk to him and say, yo, we going to keep this on the street or what? You know what I mean? They trying to lock me up. You know what I mean? So you ain't going to be able to get to me in there. You know what I mean? And I can't get to you. So being that, I got the bag, I'm going to give you $60,000 so we can continue this beef. Suge told Orlando Anderson, I'm going to give you $60,000 to come testify on my behalf. I'm going to give you this beef. If he, did in fact give him the $60,000. But y'all don't understand that. Y'all look at like Orlando took it for the money. Orlando took it because he was a gangster and he died a gangster. You know what I mean? This was from what I know of him. You know what I mean? From what I've seen. You know what I mean? From, from reading and, you know what I mean? That's how I don't know. But listen, man. They said that Orlando died because somebody owed him some money at a gas station. I'm not mistaken. You rat bastards and trolls, put it in the comments and correct me, and I'll even tell you, you know. Now, he goes to the gas station to go get some money from somebody. That own person popped slick, and he pulled down and said, oh, nah, you ain't going to owe me and talk crap to me. And he already had all these cases and all this other stuff going on being watched, and the man still pulled down and said, nah, nigga, that ain't going on my legacy. And he held court in the street. Rest in peace to Orlando Anderson. Then you got this rat bastard cop, Reggie White, that said that he felt a way about Suge Knight saying that Orlando Anderson was a good kid. That's because you're a cop, man. Stay out of our business. Stay out of our lane. That's why I don't understand how y'all even go watch his podcast. I don't, you know, but I know it's a new day and time, so y'all go watch Rat's podcast. Y'all go watch Police podcast talking about real men. This is what go on. Reggie White said he didn't like that that Suge said that Orlando Anderson was a good kid. Well, Mr. Reggie White, let me look in the camera. Orlando Anderson was an excellent kid from the way he was raised in his environment and the codes and principles that he followed. You didn't choose to follow that. That's why I don't understand. I'm going to do a whole nother video about them. I'm going to just end it with this. Everybody is saying, I even seen in a couple of the comments, I read the comments, I get phone calls, people call me, they tell me all this stuff. You know what I mean? They tell me what they want me to talk about. That's the only reason why I'm talking about this. Now, you know, they calling me and they're telling me, I think you wrong. You know, I respectfully disagree. I said, well, you're entitled to disagree. They said, well, I respectfully disagree because, you know, they all grew up together. They all played Pop Ron or football. Once that bastard Reggie White chose to be a crooked-ass cop, even just being a cop, that's when you just stay away from him. But there's nothing wrong with him. My man chose to be a cop. All right, cool. If I see him, all right, what's up? And keep him moving. They ain't never gonna talk to him. He ain't got the plague or nothing. But you know, don't do nothing around him. You understand what I'm saying? But once he chose to become a crooked cop, now you cross the line and you one of us, so you fair game. So, Mr. Reggie White, I'm not gonna speak on how the police should conduct their manners and issues. I'm going to stay out the police business. Stay out the street business. Stop it. Suge gave you a job. He looked out for you because you was probably on your knuckles. You know what I mean? On your knees. You know, he looked out for you and gave you a job, Mr. White. Put you in a position to learn the music and entertainment business, Mr. White. And then you're going to go up here and you're going to say, oh, but I knew this before I met him. No, you learned that from being around that money because it wasn't out there like that because wasn't nobody sexual but NWA over there at the time, you know, in that Compton area that I'm aware of. But stop it, man. And I'm not trying to disrespect you. That's why I called you Mr. White. But you're a rat bastard because you crossed the line from being a cop to want to be a criminal. Now you open your mouth on criminal activities when you should just shut the hell up. Use your channel to tell how you bust people and how you was a crooked cop. Talk about yourself. We want to hear about you nasty people. We want to hear about the nasty. Everybody want to hear about how you planted drugs on somebody, how you went in court and lied and said that a gun that belonged to somebody that you knew, that you grew up with, that you're trying to score brownie points for, that you said belonged to somebody else and put the gun on an innocent man. Do you know in the courts they say they'll rather 1,000 guilty men go free than one innocent man, you know, going to jail. Figure that out. And I'm going to leave you with that, man. But again, cop the book of Raw in Harlem. Give y'all something to do when you ain't watching me on Unique Mecca Audio, man. That's the name of the book, man. And like I said, I know gangsters out of Cali. I know real gangsters out of Cali. And they have not been deputized by Reggie White. I know gangster Bloods. I know gangster Crips. You know what I mean? Grape Street. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. Watts. You understand? Rolling 60s. You follow what I'm saying? Pyro. All right? Pyro. Gangsters that I was with. That falls under this code that I'm under. And Mr. Reggie White, stay out of our business, man. That's all I say. Just stay out of our business, man. Please, that's all I ask. Just stay out of our business. Because you're the worst piece of crap they ever created. You know what I mean? You took an oath to protect the people, and then you turn around and then, you know what I mean? You rob the people after you put the people in prison. Then you say who you put in prison. Nigga, you was a cop. So you trying to tell me you didn't put nobody in prison? But let me tap back in and just, sum it all up. This is about Akon and Suge Knight to end it, you know what I mean? Over in, based on Wise Voter, the age of consensual sex in Africa, it varies from 11 years old to 18 years old. Akon is from Africa. Not making no insinuendos, just letting you know what the facts are. And then now, Suge Knight says that he has sex with what America calls an underage girl, but in Africa, they of consent. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all do the math, And like I said, I love Akon, love his music, nothing against him. I'm just a reporter reporting from a gangster's point of view to the people that want to know how gangsters think and to represent men like Suge Knight that refuse to tell the police when he gets shot in the head. So if y'all don't like that, man, tap out.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.